It is my pleasure, believe me, to have been the first employer of Rigoberto Chacon. And also I'm very proud to introduce his present employer, Valerie Staub, the general manager of KGO TV. Valerie.
Those of us that have the privilege of working with Rigo every day would like to tell you a little bit about him. So with the help of Wayne Freeman and Scott Arthur, let us tell you about our Rigo.
The highest compliment a reporter can receive may not be an Emmy, but the respect and the friendship of his rivals.
How are you?
But Rigo Chacon takes it a bit further. They say he makes every story a little bigger and raises the standards of everyone else just by being there.
What does El Jefe mean?
El Jefe means literally the chief, the boss.
That's you.
No, Jefe is down the street in the police department.
Oh no, Rigo is El Jefe.
My dad crossed the U.S. border with my mom at his side and 7 children behind him, 2 of them in his arms. No job, no money, and no language.
Rigo Chacon was born in Janos, Chihuahua, Mexico. As a child, he grew up in El Paso. As a young boy, he came to California and picked crops in summer to support his family. To this day, Rigo keeps a picture of those times on the wall of his office.
It wasn't a long time ago in the sense that I think about it pretty much every day.
Rigo's parents had been teachers in Mexico. From them, he got a sense of the world. He's wanted to report since age 12. In 1971, he went to KNTV. In 74, to KGO. As a reporter, he's used the platform to benefit others, kids mostly, trying to make it easier for them than it was for him.
I grew up among children, many children, who didn't have a fair chance in life.
Mostly, it's college money, and a lot of it. His community project, Abrazos and Books, has given scholarships to 225 kids in both Santa Clara County and Mexico. All kinds of kids, all races.
Discrimination is one of the biggest curses of this nation. I don't want to participate in that. And by selecting my scholarship recipients to be representatives of all the ethnic backgrounds that are a makeup of this society, I hope I'm conveying that.
So tonight we honor Rigo Chacon, a broadcaster and a communitarian.
All of us at ABC7 feel very strongly about Rigo Chacon. He is a humble man who is quick to deflect praise and often credits his wonderful family and inspiring parents for making him the man he is. He calls himself a messenger. We call him the mayor. He is eloquent, powerful, measured, caring, thoughtful, a man who lives up to his distinguished presence and commanding voice. Perhaps the best example of how we feel about Rigo is when our newsroom was rocked recently by the tragic loss of Bill McGee. It was Rigo that we turned to express all that we were feeling at Bill's memorial service. As usual, Rigo was perfect. Rigo's pride and joy is his scholarship program, Abrazos and Books. It's the only award celebration that supplies a box of Kleenex at every table. And the stories of personal triumph leave not a dry eye in the house. He's graduated CPAs, teachers, counselors, and now even a doctor. The people Rigo has given to are giving back. While the Bay Area has had the privilege of seeing him and hearing him nightly for 32 years, many of us at Channel 7 have the privilege of calling him friend. It is my distinct pleasure and honor to present to you Mr. Rigo Chacon.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Mr. Wayne Friedman. As a child growing up in Janos, Chihuahua, or part of my childhood here in the United States, in conversations with friends in my age group, I never envisioned and never told them that I would dream of one day saying, I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank Governor Terry Lowry for nominating me. Un millón de gracias, un sinfín de gracias, Teresita.
De nada, mi amor.
Special thank you to Lynn and Valerie for being part of the presentation. And Fred, thank you for believing in me in 1971 when my youth and my inexperience could have been reasons enough for you to offer the opportunity to someone else. But you believed in my confidence. Thank you, my friend. The letter from David Milson from the Academy referred to Abrazos and Books, my favorite among my community projects. It's a scholarship that represents all ethnic groups in Santa Clara County, a true tapestry of human talent in the place I call home. We also have some recipients in Mexico. In fact, the idea was inspired by a Mexican child who tearfully and eloquently thanked the Bay Area for the donations that rebuilt her elementary school after the 1985 earthquake. Next month, at the Palace of Fine Arts in Mexico City, that child of 1985, now an adult and our first scholarship recipient for Abrazos and Books, will receive her master's degree in computer science from the University of the Americas. And Brenda Lisbeth Perez Romero is here tonight. Thank you, Brenda. Also joining us, my good friend, United States Congressman Mike Honda. Thank you, Miguelito. Our award is shared by, has to be shared with all recipients who help us in our efforts to change lives. The Governor's Award has to be shared with volunteers and all donors that are part of Abrazos and Books. It has to be shared with my loved ones. I consider it a tribute to my parents. Certainly my wife, Lucy, who sometimes in working on Abrazos and Books stays up 24-hour periods. She does it with a sense of humor. Once in conversation, it came up that I remembered that my mom didn't see a washing machine till I was 10. The seriousness of that was taken as serious. But in a lighter vein, months later, she said, you know, you haven't seen a washing machine since we got married. When I bragged about the fact that even though I can't see a newspaper without my glasses, I can see the craters on the moon. And she said, you can't see the garbage can on Tuesday nights. 29 years ago, when Terry Lowry handed me one of these, I said then to my sons, Rigo, Joey, and Javier, this is yours. On this occasion, I have to add a fourth name, Cuauhtemoc, a youngest son, who was born in the same little town outside of Mexico City where Brenda was born, and from the day he was born, has brought endless, endless happiness. I shared it with my friends at Channel 7, and especially the people who are part of the South Bay Bureau. I shared with all my other friends in broadcasting who are competitors, but in so many cases, such special, special friends. And finally, as Valerie mentioned, we lost a tremendous friend, a tremendous colleague, just a few short weeks ago. And I ask you to please join me in saluting the memory of that good friend. Bill McGee, this is for you too, buddy. Thank you all very much.